Santorini fully attracts the attention of travelers not only for its unique volcanic landscape of caldera, but also for its famous prehistoric history and its ancient civilization over the centuries. Nowadays, unfortunately, it faces, just like the whole planet, the ecological problem of the increased environmental pressure. Frustratingly, the chances of organizing or creating an integrated plan in the development of sustainable environmental maintenance programs are few. With the particularity of the geographical insular definition and the differentiated marine environment, the last environmental frontier, as we tend to say, Santorini's needs increase, and in a discouraging way, they complicate the task of any attempt to limit this growing pressure. Considering that it is now necessary to find solutions to limit all this human-made environmental pollution, the environmental organization Dive in Action prepares programs and submits proposals to reduce the environmental footprint. The environmental organization Dive in Action has been founded in 2019 and is based in Santorini. However, the activity of its members and friends began in 2014. The serious marine pollution which was loading around the area of the volcanic complex forced us to protect it. The underwater pollution of the seabed around the coastline of Santorini and Thirassia was really threatening the coastal marine ecosystem. From 2014 to 2018, a small group of aware divers and diving instructors started actions in specified underwater and coastal areas of the islands of Santorini, Thirassia. These actions included underwater and coastal cleanups. Repeated underwater cleanup actions were carried out in areas with high environmental pressure, such as the Amoudi Bay in Nia of Santorini and the Bay of Taxiarchis at Nai Kameni, the place where the crater of the volcano is located. Furthermore, cleanup actions were realized at the port of Riva in Thirassia, at Akrotiri, and finally at the old bay of Fira. These actions created the requisites for measures more organized and permanent that would include observations of biodiversity and underwater formations, records, and collaborations with scientific bodies that would utilize the data provided in the context of civil society. For these reasons, our unofficial group decided to establish in 2019 the non-profit organization Dive in Action in order to obtain the entity and the legal status. In addition, our goal was to create a targeted organization of field actions and researches based on the principle of citizen science. Dive in Action has been active on the seabed since 2019 and has removed more than 20 tons of waste. It has traveled with its volunteers to 15 islands at Cyclades, Ionian and the Dodecanese complexes and has completed more than 100 underwater cleanups. Also, with its periodical diving observations and recordings of the marine biodiversity, it has provided information to university programs in Greece and also to other European programs. The objects of the investigations are, among others, the foreign marine species, the so-called Liseptian migrants, and some other marine endangered organisms. We have been able also to measure data from the litter that were removed with a detailed record after each action, which could monitor marine litter. Over the years, a great deal of experience has been acquired and is constantly evolving, enriching the field activities with new techniques and technologies such as the acquisition of a robotic system for greater precision and supervision of the seabed. Dive in Action shares all this knowledge with new volunteers and friends of the sea. Our desire is to inform and educate the public. Finally, one of our goals is to invite and possibly attract new members or partners. Dive in Action's goals for the future are to achieve the sustainability of its actions in the context of marine environmental conservation and to explore new partnerships that will guarantee the reduction of its environmental footprint, both through its actions and through educational and seminar presentations. For 2023, Dive in Action is implementing 3 programs. Santo Project Erinnya, a unique project for the Santorini volcano, which as an idea has been adapted since 2020. Green Prospect in Santorini, Kalymnos, Sifnos, Milos. It is a fundamental effort for marine environmental conservation on 4 islands that have different profiles. Think and Act Sustainably, a combination of actions, information, and the creation of a human network for a targeted environmental project with parallel activities on our islands with the completion of the second phase of the ENVINET 2018 to 2023 educational program. Since its creation, Dive in Action, based on its extroversion, is open to anyone who loves the marine environment and wants to help with their strengths or wants to cooperate in one of its fields of action. Anyone who loves the sea is ready for Dive in Action. Support the passion and energy of our action team and become a member of our seabed map with Dive in Action.